want you to hear what I'm about to say because it's breaking my fucking heart to say it. That doesn't make it any less true. If you knew me, you would know that E.T. is not only my favorite film of all time, but it is objectively the greatest film that has ever or will ever be made, okay? That is not up for debate. So again, what I am saying, the argument that I am making, the case that I am building, is coming from a heavy fucking heart. By any and every metric, Disclosure Day is a comically bad film. The fact that it's made by Steven Spielberg and David Koepp makes it even more egregious. There are two reasons, in my opinion, why this film fails patently on every level. And I'm not even going to go into the plot or any, because first of all, what plot? Reason number one this shit no longer works is because we have driven our attempts to recreate what it was like to be a child and adolescent in the 80s and 90s into the ground. I would argue that the last successful attempt to recapture this particular era of nostalgia, this particular paradigm of nostalgia, was when season 1 of Stranger Things ended. And as an 82 baby, I'm going to speak on behalf of most millennials, elder millennials, and Gen Xers when I say that we are extremely hungry to go back in time, like desperate to go back to that time, but we are failing to recreate it through pop culture. So let's just go ahead and fucking stop. The second reason it no longer works is that the world changed entirely at least 2 times over. The first time was in 2020 with the arrival of COVID-19, and the second was on October 7th, 2023, and everything that has happened betwixt and between. Nostalgia is no longer scratching the itch it once did. It is no longer potent enough, powerful enough, effective enough to create a moment of escape powerful enough to forget that you're living in the nightmarish reality that we have manufactured for ourselves and others. And what makes the failure of this movie even more profound is that not only is it Steven Spielberg's vision, but it was executed by David Koepp, who is a screenwriter responsible for many classics of the 90s. Jurassic Park comes to mind, etc. Steven Spielberg is an effective propagandist, i.e. See Munich. That movie, in hindsight, is a fucking abomination. Secondly, he has not evolved as a filmmaker. He keeps telling the same story over and over again, the same fucking way, over and over again. You cannot feed an audience in 2026 dialogue that worked in 1996. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but the way that Steven Spielberg is force-feeding the audience references to his previous films visually in Disclosure Day is egregious. It's laughable. It does not evoke a sense of nostalgia. It evokes unadulterated fucking rage because you are ruining our fucking childhoods. Everyone wants a fucking time machine. No one more than Gen X and elder millennials, bitch. Trust and believe that. We want a time machine that is not built to come back to the future, bitch, because no one wants to fucking be here. This is not what we were fucking promised. And the fact that this man dragged John Williams out of retirement to score a story this poorly told, and from what I understand, the script had like some 40-something fucking rewrites. Like, that's red flag number 1, bitch. This whatever Steven is trying to about Disclosure is lost on me, bitch, because this movie says nothing about nothing. And every time you think the movie's gonna possibly go there, it just fucking doesn't. It doesn't do anything. And the little fucking nugget of othering that it starts to comment on just gets like, you know, it's bad enough that us fucking 40-year-old, 50-year-old kids can't go back to the cozy fucking comfort of the 80s and 90s when the world still felt safe and big and imaginary and possible and beautiful. And although we were all collectively asleep and we were all living under, some of us in worse conditions than other, the nightmare hellscape that was capitalism, the holodeck was still fucking functional. And now we have Spielberg, one of the biggest co-creators of that reality, literally taking all of that magic and twisting it and turning it into some fucking malformed, back alley, aborted version of itself, and in so doing ruining the experience of nostalgia writ large. Like, I'm so mad. I'm literally so mad at how bad this movie is, okay? I want my fucking money back, and I didn't pay to see this shit, okay?